Audio Jungle.
Hello, and thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode of the program. It's Lens on Maritime, where we'll bring to you all the happenings in the maritime sector. My name is Bronson Uwana, your host, and the week was a very eventful one. Lots of activities making the rounds. We'll be giving you all the details in a bit. But first, let's take a very quick break. We'll be back with all the details. Don't go away.
At International Supply Chain Systems Limited, ISCS, we provide our clients with customized import-export services to meet their unique needs.
We understand that timeliness is key to saving from damage.
That's why we have a team of professionals to assist you with proper paperwork for efficient customs clearing.
Our services include cargo clearing and consolidation shipping, cargo warehousing and storage, general import and consultancy.
Come talk to us today at 7A Ibikunle Akintoye Street, Apapa, Lagos. You can call us on 081 6227 1120, 081 2763 3510, or you can send us an email info@iscslimited.com. For more information, visit our website www.iscslimited.com. ISCS, more than logistics.
Welcome back. Now, the maritime sector always never go to bed, and that's why on this program we take our time to go around the maritime sector to give you all the trending and breaking news. Now, here are some stories that made the headlines during the week.
The Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Shippers Council (NSC), Emmanuel Jime, has sought for synergy to achieve the common goal of promoting seamless trade and creating an enabling environment for businesses. Jime made the call when the president of Airfreight Stakeholders Forum, Mr. Tony Onifade, led his members on a courtesy visit to the Nigerian Shippers Council headquarters in Lagos. The ASF president, Tony, who appreciated the council for receiving his team, unveiled plans to launch a manual that will provide guidelines for stakeholders in the air freight business in the country. The Council of Maritime Transport Unions and Associations, COMTUA, the umbrella body of truck owners, has petitioned the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission (ICPC) over alleged corrupt practices by the Nigerian Port Authority (NPA) and Truck Transit Park Limited (TTP) in defrauding maritime transport operators of over 50 billion naira. The truckers, in a petition signed by the National Secretary COMTUA, Enabo Augustine, which was made available to journalists, urged the chairman of ICPC, Professor Bolaji Owasanoye, to intervene in the corrupt practices that both agencies have carried out against truckers since the introduction of the electronic call-up system. The truckers said they are required to, irrespective of the location of their truck, especially pay for certain dues, including satellites and pre-gate garage, whether or not these services are usable, or reasonable. COMTUA said if ICPC does not intervene, the association will be left with no option than to take laws into their hands. Gridlock seemed to have returned to Port Access Road as port users spent hours trying to access the Premier Port last Thursday. On our way to Apapa last Thursday to report the sector, the crew spent over an hour from Igomu Bridge, Inward Marine Bridge, as trailers seem to have taken over the access roads. We call on Nigerian Port Authority (NPA), Nigerian Shippers Council, and all security agencies within the corridors of the port to wade into the resurfaced gridlock. The National Association of Government Approved Freight Forwarders, NAGAF, has charged all newly inaugurated EXCOs to be role model and obey all government regulations in their various chapters. The national president of the association, Forwarder Tochukwu Ezisi, in his opening remarks, said the newly elected chapter executives are to align with the dream of NAGAF, which is to strive for compliance and professionalism.
For the past 2 months, we have been in the process of searching for the new leaders who will take charge of our chapters in the Western Zone and sustain the core vision and mission of NAGAF. As a result, we have anthologized through ballot electoral process individual practicing freight forwarders who were elected from the NAGAF chapters in the Western Zone. Consequently, we constituted this gathering today to inaugurate the newly elected chapter executives in the Western Zone of NAGAF, who will work together with me and my national officers to drive and shape policy formulation of NAGAF for the next 4 years of my administration, and under my leadership in the continuity of our enforcement strategies is sustaining freight forwarding professionalism in Nigeria.
NAGAF founder Dr. Boniface Anebodam, in his goodwill message, employed all freight forwarders to be compliant with government rules and regulations in the ports and make an honest declaration to custom, as this is the only way to be in good terms with the government.
The freight forwarders must learn to understand that life is dynamic, things are changing. For instance, if you listen to the customs, they have put it in its perspective. But at the national level, there is the issue of revenue. And it's becoming clearer that the IGR, internally generated revenue, is adding more value now. And so the government is keen to block all of those that lead to revenue leakages. So you must start it up. If you come to NAGAF headquarters to come and tell us stories of whatever, just know that your hands must be clean. Now, if your hand is not clean, I will not want to be part of that solution. And I will not want to go and ask an agent of the government to bend the rule or do what is not right. The NAGAF will stand for you where you are doing the right thing and somebody, because he is an agent of the government, decided to cause an action that will be to your detriment.
On their part, different agencies in the port were congratulating the new chapter EXCOs, call on freight forwarders to be the change they want to see in the ports.
The responsibility of the newly inaugurated executive is necessary. You have to understand that you need to move the association forward. You need to be a unifier. You need to run inclusive government. Do not leave any veteran behind. This association is a professional association. You have to engage in training and retaining of your members, because the work, this association of the forwarders is an international agency, and you have to be in line with global practices.
My controller said his words that I should congratulate the NAGAF as a body for being able to the executive of various chapters in place. And he said I should congratulate all the newly inaugurated officers of NAGAF. Also, he said I should remind NAGAF that NAGAF has been an outstanding agency and an ally of the Nigerian Customs Service. I can also, as a person, attest to that. For those that have Apapa Port here will know that we always have synergy with NAGAF every now and then. NAGAF, as I know, we are working
or we are going to work especially with those at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport. One word that the commander gave me while I was coming is advise them to know your customers, because that is where we normally have some issues to resolve with the freight forwarders. And to those that have been elected and have been inaugurated today, I congratulate you. Most especially our members from MMIA.
Welcome back. Now, of course, it's a political year. That's why you can see the trend of story right there. I mean, sometime by this time next year, we should have a new president of Nigeria. Now, let's come back to the issue we discussed last week. Last week on the program, we discussed terminal operation and how lack of equipment is causing congestion in the port. Today on the program, we're looking at some of the effects and how it affects you and I. And joining me to add more flesh to this discussion is the president of the Patriot Anti-Corruption Initiative, Comrade Stephen Ibe joins me at this time.
At International Supply Chain Systems Limited, ISCS, we provide our clients with customized import-export services to meet their unique needs.
We understand that timeliness is key to saving from demurrage.
That's why we have a team of professionals to assist you with proper paperwork for efficient customs clearing.
Our services include cargo clearing and consolidation shipping, cargo warehousing and storage, general import and consultancy.
Come talk to us today at 7A Ibikunle Akintoye Street, Apapa, Lagos. You can call us on 081-6227-1120, 081-2763-3510, or you can send us an email, info@iscslimited.com. For more information, visit our website, www.iscslimited.com. ISCS, more than logistics.
Do you want your cargo cleared as fast as possible? At Matex Global Food Limited, we are experts in import, export, and customs brokerage. Visit us today at number 1/3 Creek Road, Apapa, Lagos, or call 080-306-35769 or 070-270-31487. You can also email us at matexglobal23@yahoo.com. Matex Global Food Limited. Proudly Nigerian, proudly global.
Comrade, thank you so much for joining us on the program today.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Now, let's look at last week on the program. You share your thoughts on, this terminal operation that it looks like the end is really not in sight. But first of all, let's the third quarter of the year is gradually winding up, and from the beginning of the year, we've been talking about several issues in the maritime sector. Let's look at the clearing process from January to this time. Have there been any improvements from where we started from this year?
My brother, I will start by telling you that there is no improvement. Rather, I will say that every day things are getting worse. That is how to illustrate the whole matter. I will tell you that every day things are getting worse. The cost of clearing cargoes from the port, just like you said, at the early this year, you know how much it will cost to clear out a 40-footer container or a 20-footer container. Today, how much is it? It's skyrocketed times 2. And this given time is not taking. It will soon get to times 3. Because early this year, you can clear out a 40-footer container from the port with 2,900,000 naira. But no, what am I saying? 2,800,000. But today, to clear out a 40-footer container from the port is at 7 million plus. 8.5. It depends on the cargo. The least item you can clear out of port today like stationaries and other items. We can clear them out of the port from the rate of 7 million plus. Even there are other items that is even up to 9 million.
Wow.
On the kind of duty he's paying and others that attract NAFDAC and other payments. So you find out that what I said you cannot go out of it is to be said that every day things continue getting worse. They're not falling down to the poor masses, poor Nigerian citizens that are on the street. All these things I and you know about it and we are talking. The poor masses, a market woman that is inside the market don't know it. All she knows is that we will buy biro to send the children to school. We will buy stationaries to send our children to school. When very soon we enter into the hot period, you must buy fan to use, or even also heat will hammer you. So you must buy spare parts to service your car. Very soon we start servicing our cars to travel down to our various families to go and celebrate the Yuletide period.
Yeah.
So you must do that. So what am I saying? All these monies importers are paying doesn't touch them, because after paying it, they cost it into the goods and send it into the market. Even you as a custom officer or shipping company or whatsoever, pay more than he that you think you are doing to pay that money. You are not doing him anything. And what they do now is that they will now tell you that they clear the cargo out with a higher amount of money. They put it there and add more profit, make more profit inside it.
Wow.
You and I will pay.
But whether
you like it or not.
What's the genesis of it?
Because you must buy that goods.
Are we saying the problem is because of the difficulty in getting forex in transacting businesses? And of course it boils down to government policies.
All these things contribute. What we are saying is right. Number one is that foreign exchange. Because you must buy it to pay for your goods abroad. You understand? You know where the exchange rate was early this year before it gets to where it is today. That is one. Number two, the import duty. Where I told you how payment of import duty was at the rate of 1 million plus. We don't have anything in place in this country. No law, no order. It's only for custom to sleep and wake up and tell you that look, starting from today, the first duty for each container is 2 million, and they start issuing the PA, whether you like it or not. If you submit they will not give you PA, and your container will be inside the port, incurring demurrage when it comes. So you have nothing, your hands are tied, you have nothing to do than to accept the PA and pay and carry your container. So all these things, by January this year, a 40-meter container face duty, customs sleep and wake up and call us and tell us that look, this is the amount we will start paying. No consultative meeting, nothing, just like that. You see the kind of Nigeria we are into today. Before this kind of thing, and even it's supposed there is go to Republic of Benin. The duty they are paying in their country, since I'm opportune to go there to clear cargoes, about 3 years ago, is duty they are still paying up to today. They have it, it is in their paper. When you come, they show you, and they calculate other things. You give them the money, within 2 days, you carry a container. But it can't happen here in Nigeria because of what? Corruption. Because ask me why we are here today. It's corruption. If not so, we all know what is good and what is bad. We have to come around the round table. If this person don't know, this person knows. We bring our minds together and put up something that is okay, that will help I and you. You see, what we are suffering in this country is wickedness. All of us, we have bread. But we are all okay, technically and otherwise. But what will make a man to wake up and when he behaves and you look at him and say, why is this man behaving like this? Just those things that I'm telling you. When people leave what they do, think positive as a person at the level you are, and you see yourself. So, let me give you an instance of Goodluck Jonathan. You know that when Goodluck Jonathan, a lot of people were telling him what that, but the man, look at it, he had what he said. He said that the blood of one Nigeria, one single Nigeria, is above his ambition. Carry go, take it. He left. Today, what is the reverse? The whole world is recognizing him because of that positive thinking. Look at Goodluck Jonathan, where he's going and his legacy and every other, how he will end up because of his positive thinking. When you want to behave well, put yourself, think positively. When you are doing something with somebody, don't have it in mind, I will deal with that person, this person. I will do it. Just be thinking of what will be good between this person and yourself.
Now, quickly, because of time.
That's why whenever you are given any portfolio to hold, you do it well.
I mean, Comrade, time will not permit us to look at some of these issues. For the viewers, Comrade Ibe is here next week. We have to finish this conversation. But for this segment, I mean, there are lots of policies. Clearing process has to be simple, easy, so that I mean, you and I will not always bear the cost. What should government be doing at this time?
Anyway, I have to tell you that I would have said that government know what to do. Government know what to do. One, as I am saying it, every good thinking person is supposed to know that you cannot sleep and wake up and jack up duty rate to your own liking. They should look at that first duty of 3 million naira, any type of item, and review it. One. Then, after reviewing it, there are some stringent measures that are being put in place in cargo clearance in the side of Standard Organization of Nigeria. That is number 2. You understand?
Yes.
Then the issue of maritime police going to block a bill of lading that the police in the port, they follow to examine, do everything. Any cargo that is released that will go to the point of taking terminal delivery order is well clear. Police have performed examination. Their signature is in the examination listed. Everything they want to do, they have participated there. So going to block that bill of lading at the point of delivery is a criminal act, it's a corrupt act by the police. Just to bring, let me explain it well. When they block it, they now invite you to their office at the counseling house where you will go. Nothing happens. The container is okay. They will just call you, go and bring 100,000 naira. Because you are hold on the neck, you have nothing to do because your container is incurring tomorrow. You give that 100 naira per 40 footer and you are carrying, they will release your container for you. No investigation, nothing. This is why they are calling agents and importers by that blocking that distance. So those things are additional costs and additional delays. When you give that money, 40 footer is 100,000, then 20 footer is 50,000. When you give it, you don't forget that you are from Apapa Port, where you want to collect terminal delivery order now, and your truck is inside to load your container. They will now, people will now tell you that look, maritime police block your distance. I have to leave everything you are doing. You have to move to counseling house, Ikoyi. But because before you finish that thing, it will take you 2 days. When you finish, you now wait because they will now list to those that have come to give them their bribe there and forward it to Epimola. The Epimola will now give it to custom, who will now unblock it. That one takes another 3 days before you will be allowed to collect terminal delivery.
So that's 5 extra days.
Yes, you have to go and pay additional. It's like you start the process of clearing the cargo afresh. All these things are additional costs and bottlenecks. I am not saying if police have any intelligence, because tomorrow now they will say, why this man is going like this? If they have police intelligence, if the police have any intelligence on any container, there is commissioner of police in the port Maritime police, they are there. Forward that container number to the police. Let them go and take proper this thing of them. Stop blocking containers. It's a corrupt attitude. It doesn't happen before. It's this new edition. This is not, all these are methods. Corrupt methods to be extorting money, collecting bribe from importers and the agents. It doesn't happen since we started this work. It's 1980 something.
Well, we hope that some of these bottleneck.
So this, I just give you some little things. If you start coming, you know you don't have time.
Next
you
week.
don't have time. You have time. I will give you other government agencies.
Next week
like
on the program.
NAFDAC and what the NDLEA.
Next week on the program, I think particularly we've not really talked about NAFDAC, their duties, and NDLEA. Next week on the program, we'll look at NAFDAC's activities and NDLEA on the program. Thank you very much, comrade, for your thoughts with us on the program.
You are most welcome, and thank you for having me also.
All right, very nice.
It's a pleasure, at least when I go to Radio Nigeria sometimes I'm doing some other, I was even crying like a lonely bird in the wilderness. But I believe through this, government will hurry to our aids because we are dying. Nigeria is at the verge of collapsing.
Government agencies are watching, and I'm sure activities will be done. So if you want to know what's up with NDLEA and NAFDAC, keep them locked with us on the program. Now, at this point, let's take a very quick break. We'll be back with the rest of the program. Don't go away. All right, with that's a wrap on the program today. Time is never our friend on this program. We hope that someday we'll be able to extend the time to maybe 1 hour. All right. Now, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. On YouTube, it's Nigeria Maritime TV. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be ahead as far as maritime stories and news is concerned. My name is Bronson Uwana. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the rest of the day.